Scotty's with us in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Hey, Scotty, how are you?
Hey, Dave, I'm great. It's an honor to talk to you. You've changed my family tree.
Well, I'm honored. How can I help?
Hey, so my wife and I are recently out of debt baby step 2 as of Friday, and we will fully fund baby step 2 probably this month or the next. And we're going to continue on to baby step 3. We're going to save up for a down payment on the house, and we're not sure whether we're going to buy a house or build, kind of depending on what's on the market a year from now when we have a down payment. But I know you suggest a real estate agent walking alongside us when we're buying a house for sure. Mm-hmm. But in building a house, the process, I've talked to a building company, for example, and I just don't know. I read on your website that you suggest a real estate agent in the building process, I guess. But if you could walk me through that process and any other suggestions you have around building a house. I know the rules that you give on buying a house, but just in the building process, I guess I don't know a whole lot about that.
Gotcha.
It's not like the cookie-cutter way of getting a house, I guess, in a normal sense. But
gotcha. Is this your first home?
Yeah, it'll be our first home.
And how old are you guys?
We're in an apartment. I'm 31 and she is 25.
And how long have you been married?
6 years.
Wouldn't build a house. I wouldn't build a house as my first purchase. I would buy a house as my first purchase.
Okay.
Unless you're a contractor and you do this for a living or something. Because
no.
Building a house together can cause a divorce.
Yeah, we got a real strong marriage.
Yeah. I know. Sharon and I do too, but we've thrown kitchen sinks at each other building 2 houses. So,
and I would say yes, dear, to a lot of the decisions that were being made. But
yes, dear. That is a lot of the answers.
Right.
You're right.
You can do it that way.
But no, dear, this is not in the budget. What do you mean it's not in the budget? Well, we have a budget for this freaking house, and you're going over it. Oh, but I want it, and then stomp your foot and get red faced, and it's not. Just buy a house.
Okay, all right.
On your first one, and then I would build maybe as a second or third house later on. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's 9 million details. There's a lot of extra stress. It's probably 5x stress of just buying a house. And you do get a cool brand new house that you picked out everything. That's very neat. But sometimes people are under the illusion that that's going to last because your dreams change almost by the time you get the house finished. So your dream home's a moving target. And I'm okay with you building a house. I've built a couple, and it can be an enjoyable process if you're a project management type brain, which that's the way my brain works anyway. But anyway, all that to say, brand new young couple, married, first house, I'd save up and just buy something. I really would. I think you'll be glad that you didn't have all that extra stress. It's got to be at least 5x stress. At least. But to answer your question further, yes, I strongly recommend, because it's 5x stress and because there's 5x or 10x the detail that you have to go through, that you have a good real estate agent that knows about building that's going to walk you through the whole process. And that's, having a real estate agent walk with you when you're building a house is absolutely vital, especially if you've never done it before. Now, I grew up in the real estate business. I've run rehab crews. I used to buy and sell property for a living. So me building a house was kind of a no-brainer. It's not a hard process for me. But having a real estate agent in your corner, if you've never done that kind of stuff before, while you're building, for the rest of you that are thinking about buying a new home or building a new home, I definitely would have one in my corner 100% of the time. Hey, thanks for the call.